how Professor Arnulfo Jacinto Jr. and Alisa Ontiveros met as portrayed by AJ3 and AJ7. On 23rd August and the year of our Lord 1992, Alisa Ontiveros, AO3, enrolled in her first college studio arts class. What she didn't know was that she was in Arnulfo Jacinto's, AJ7's, studio space, and so the story begins.
Oh my heavens, I think the computer made a mistake. I believe I'm in the wrong art class.
Oh my, who is this cute emerald jewel in my studio area?
What AO3 didn't know was that in most community colleges, the advanced and first semester art students are combined in the same classrooms. However, AJ7 was there to explain to her how the classes worked. He also helped her with her first semester.
Oh my, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize this is how the classes worked, nor did I realize I was in your studio space. I'll move out of your way.
Oh, no, please stay. There is plenty of room for the both of us. In fact, the professor is going to double us up for lockers. I would be so honored if you shared a locker with me.
Little did these two little naive, hopeless romantics know that they had a very strong attraction to each other. Maybe it was because they were both athletes. She a soccer player and track and field athlete. He a swimmer, water polo player, and sprint kayaker. Maybe it was their opposites that complemented each other. Or maybe it was all of it.
Oh my, thank you. You're so sweet. I do have to admit, I feel a little lost. This is all somewhat new to me. You see, I can do some drawing, but when it comes to using my imagination, well, that's where I lose it. You see, I'm more analytical, a numbers kind of girl.
Oh, don't even worry. I can help you through this. I'm willing to bet you're much better than you give yourself credit for. I think you'll love this wonderful world of the visual arts and what it has to offer you.
And thus, the new relationship began. The two discovered that they could strengthen each other's weaknesses while supporting each other's strengths. He was the dreamer. She was the organizer and would work out projections. Together they set goals and drove, never deterred.
Oh my, did you say that you're a numbers girl?
Why, as a matter of fact, I did. Why do you ask?
Please don't laugh, but I have the worst time with numbers and efficiency.
Well, first of all, I would never laugh at you. After all, you didn't laugh at me when I was confused about the class. And besides, I'm willing to bet you weren't properly taught in a way that you could understand.
I just didn't want you to think I was just a dumb artist.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? You, sweetie, are the last person I would have ever thought was dumb. I can tell you're one brilliant individual.
Oh my heavens, she's adorable. Where has this sweet angel been all my life? She says I'm brilliant.
As time rolled on past, their relationship blossomed, as did a deeper understanding of each other's talents and skills. AO3 could not grasp why AJ7 thought he was a so-called dumb artist. He was brilliant, imaginative, and a visionary. He could develop ideas and concepts she could never imagine. She did, however, see that his efficiency was misdirected.
Okay, so here are the plans. And this is the concept. It's called a pumpkin balloon. And it's no ordinary mode of transportation. Oh, no. What makes this different is that you can go anywhere in the world in an instant just by flying into a cloud and poof, there you are, on the other side, at your destination. The problem is the production, where to start.
Oh, I'm at a loss for words. Where in the world did he get the idea that he's just a dumb artist? A transport balloon that takes you anywhere in the world in an instant. This is absolute genius. Genius, I tell you. And I know how to get him on track. He can do this, and he will.
Now it was time for AO3 to take the spotlight in a matter of speaking. This was her skill set. She could take AJ7's creation and develop a flow chart. And oh, how she loved flow charts. She was able to organize his project, including cost, materials, and effective steps to complete the project and get it off the ground, so to speak.
Okay, sweetheart, this is how we get this little guy into that big blue sky. As you can see, you have everything to get him up in the air. However, to do that, you must follow this. Behold the flowchart. Oh, isn't it beautiful? This will get you results.
Wait, so all I have to do is follow this? Wow, you make it look so simple. I could never get this organized. You're a genius. I mean, I'm somewhat organized, but this is phenomenal. Who?
For the next year, the two explored and discovered. They celebrated their opposites and supported each other's weaknesses. Together, they were becoming a team. During that time, they also found each other's common ground. While he loved the water, she loved the land. But they both loved being athletes, as well as music, romance, the theater, and museums. Things were going great. They were falling in love. She decided to go to Pepperdine University and play soccer, while he would attend the University of Southern California, but something happened.
Look at this, my love. This is what we looked like. Whee! Back in 1979. What a concept. They look epic.
My goodness, they look so clunky and a bit, well, awkward, but nevertheless, still lovable.
That summer, AO3 received a letter from Liberty University. They had recruited her to attend as well as play soccer. This was her chance to play Division 1A soccer, as well as attend the school she truly wanted to attend. The problem was that she had to go 3,000 miles away. While happy to be playing soccer again, she was crushed that she was going to leave AJ7. He knew he had to let her go. For this time, he had to be strong, although his heart was breaking.
I can't believe this. The chance to play Division 1 soccer, but I have to leave you. I love you so much, I'm dying inside.
I don't want you to leave either, but you must pursue your dream. I will always love you too.
On the 23rd of August 1993, exactly 1 year to the day they met, AO3 took her flight to Lynchburg, Virginia to attend Liberty University. Rollerbots usually do not cry. In fact, it takes something very traumatic to get to that type of despair. However, AJ7 wept for hours. What AJ7 didn't know, though, was that AO3 was also crying and had even contemplated coming back. However, that would change when she would arrive in Lynchburg. AJ7 went on to the University of Southern California. However, his heart was still wounded. He became a member of the Trojan Marching Band, where he went to the Cotton Bowl, as well as the Rose Parade and the Rose Bowl. He became a member of the Delta Chi fraternity. He made strong friendships while at USC. Noberto Garrido, a lineman, became a bodyguard for AJ7. Belinda Cambre, who was in flags, tried to help AJ7 get his pumpkin balloon project up and flying. Edie Tacy, an SC song leader, protected AJ7 from selling his balloon to a major airline corporation. They all loved AJ7. They even placed him on their uniforms. AJ7 became so popular around the university that the school newspaper, the Daily Trojan, which appeared once a week, started running a comic strip about him and how university life was. He even asked if they would do a soccer comic because he missed AO3 so much. And they did!
I bet 1,000,000 strawberries she's forgotten me. I wish she could see this.
As summer break approached, the governing body for Olympic Sprint Canoe Kayak requested AJ7 to help the coaching staff at the Olympic training centers in California and New York. His knowledge in physics and hydrodynamics helped the athletes and even the coaches to understand where their weaknesses were located. He even got to utilize his pumpkin balloon that AO3 helped get into the air. Mission completed! AJ7 was now a USC alum. He had made new friends as well as graduated with a couple of guys who received their honorary doctorates. One of them made a set of movies about wars going on in the stars. The other made several sci-fi movies, including one about an alien that got accidentally left behind on Earth. But now it was time to move on. AJ7 had become successful. at least in the way many in society would define success. He was a supervisor for a billboard manufacturing company and was working in the movie industry. However, AJ7 had other plans that he wanted in life, so he took that leap of faith and started his own business. Then he started a sprint kayak team where he sent the first American woman to the World Cup as a sprint canoeist. Then he began teaching surf lessons to tourists. Another water venture was cleaning boat hulls in the harbors. He even helped coach at a high school where they won 3 league championships, 2 of which were back-to-back. Despite all AJ7 had accomplished, his heart still belonged to AO3. Other Rollerbots would tell him to try to forget her. But how do you turn off an emotion so strong it becomes part of your very soul? AO3 wasn't only beautiful physically, it was her witty humor, intelligence, knowledge, insight, and the way she believed in him. She didn't know how to dream, so she lived in his dreams. She kept him organized and made him believe in himself. He dreamed for her. Together, they walked the tightrope without fear. But now, the time had come to realize that she would never be back, because she was now engaged to another. She was 3,000 miles away and never to return. Finally, AJ7 lost his businesses. AJ7 Enterprises was nothing more than an empty shell because of his lack of organizational skills. There would never be another AO3, but he had to move on. But how? Oh, but how?
Oh no, I've lost her forever. She'll never be back.
It's not over yet, my dear little friend. Not by a long shot. We've got you. We've been sent to help.
18 years later. After 18 years, AJ7 still thought of AO3. He imagined her in a happy and fulfilled marriage. One day, AJ7 got onto a social media platform and decided to see if AO3 was on the same platform. After a few minutes, guess who he found? And to his utter surprise, AO3 wasn't married. AJ7 was immediately catapulted back to when he saw her for the first time.
I can't believe it. Is this for real? Am I dreaming? I'm really in contact with her again?
I told you it wasn't over. My counterpart has been with her all along.
After reconnecting on social media, AJ7 and AO3 met in person again for the first time in 18 years. AO3 could not believe that she would be so important to someone that they would always be thinking of her. She never thought there was a love so strong it would transcend through the years, waiting to return. It was as if the love had been waiting for them to reconnect. This was true love, not from a fairy tale or a Hollywood movie story. No, this was a love that went deep into their very souls. Because you see, AO3 never forgot AJ7. However, she thought he had to be married somewhere out there.
Okay, just so that I'm clear, you've been hoping and waiting for me all these years? I never thought that I would be that special to someone. But why? I'm just another Rollerbot.
Oh, my precious sweetheart. That is what makes you so special. You just being you. You bring out the best in me. You make me believe in myself. You believe in my dreams. Why, you even live in my dreams. You kept me together, moving forward, always focused. You loved me for me. My silly humor, my wacky comments. You, my love, understood me when no one else would, could, or can do.
AJ7 was elated to see AO3 again. It was as if he was dreaming. He wanted to know everything about her and what was going on in her life. She explained that her life was fairly normal, nothing exciting except how she became a walk-on at Liberty and made the team, then went on to become part of the United States Olympic development team. However, her axle was weakened and she had to withdraw. She explained it was an awesome experience. She also graduated from Liberty with a degree in psychology, and like AJ7, AO3 went on to help coach a high school team. But she coached soccer, of course.
And that's what's been happening in my life. You know, I've actually been looking for you too.
Wow, I'm really proud of you. You've done so much. I also understand you were engaged at one time and, wait a second, you were looking for me?
AO3 explained how little Olive had been a close friend and at times a guardian archangel of sorts. She explained that Olive never told AO3 what to do or what not to do, but only suggested. Because Olive was right so many times, AO3 took her advice. As it turned out, both Olive and Otis weren't there by coincidence, because AJ7 and AO3 were supposed to be together. As they began to look back over the years, both AO3 and AJ7 could see the events that led them to where they were at this very moment in time.
We're almost there!
Why, yes, I was engaged. Not once, but twice. And both times little Olive said it wouldn't be a good idea. She said there was someone better.
So this is your counterpart, Otis? She was with AO3 this whole time? Wow, I'm impressed.
You see, my friend, as I said 18 years ago, it wasn't over. Olive took care of her as I took care of you.
Neither AO3 nor AJ7 knew just how close they came to reuniting. When AJ7 was coaching the high school swimming team, AO3 was just 14 miles away, coaching the high school soccer team. They were also periodically bypassing each other at the gyms where they would coach their teams. At one time, AO3 was working at an ice cream parlor, and AJ7's canoe team went in after practice. AJ7 couldn't make it because he had a coaches meeting. This missed seeing AO3, but the closest miss was at the Olympic Training Center.
Yes, I did think of you. A lot. In fact, when I saw a blimp, or hot air balloon, I wondered if you helped build it in some way. In fact, when I was at the Olympic Training Center in California, I thought I saw your pumpkin balloon. I raced to Otay Lake to see if just maybe it was you, but you flashed into the clouds. I yelled your name, but you disappeared. I was really sad.
That was me. I thought I heard you, but I thought it was my imagination. I flashed to the OTC in New York. When I looked back, I was already at Lake Placid. Oh, wow. We were so close.
As it was 18 years before, AJ7 and AO3 began seeing each other once again. It was as if they picked up where they last left off. He had dreams that he knew would work, but he knew he needed direction. She knew how to get him organized and moving forward. As always, she would live vicariously through his dreams and knew they would become reality because AJ7 didn't know the word defeat.
This has been so wonderful. I could be with you forever.
I would love to be with you also. The problem is I've lost everything. All I have to offer you are dreams and a promise that I will always work hard for you, and I will keep you safe. I'll never let go.
And that's all I ask. I've always believed in you and your dreams. You never give up or give in. And if it turns out we live in a tent, then so be it. As long as I'm with you, my smokes.
Then so be it. I will do whatever it takes to keep you happy and safe, my cakes.
On a beautiful, cool Saturday afternoon, on the 7th of August 2011, AJ7 took AO3 to the place they first met 18 and a half years earlier. After having their fill of strawberries, red and green grapes, and sparkling cider, AJ7 handed AO3 a blue rose. Before he could finish his proposal, she said yes and began to cry, except these were not tears of sadness, but of happiness and joy. A new journey was about to begin for them.
I can't believe after all these years, you still love me. And now we will be together forever.
You, my love, were so worth the wait. Welcome home. Together we will do things like never before. I promise. My cakes.
Mission accomplished, Otis?
Absolutely. And well done, my sweet Olive.
On the 10th day of December, in the year of our Lord 2011, AO3 married AJ7 and became AJ3 at the Sapphire Cathedral in the Rollerbot Kingdom.
We did it!
Yes, we did.
After they were married, they took their first grand trip. Most pets call it a honeymoon, but in any case, they took their first big trip to Palm Springs and to the majestic Mount San Jacinto, which had been exclusively AJ7's mountain, but now was AJ3's mountain as well. This would be the beginning of their new adventures in their lives.
Yo, are you ready for this? There can be up to 100-degree difference from the desert floor to the peak of the mountain. And there is a gift shop, and there are restaurants. Smokes, let's go to your mountain.
Correction, my cakes. This is our mountain. Oh my, isn't she adorable?
After their big trip, they found a beautiful home at the Emerald Estates in the Rollerbot Kingdom. AJ3 began getting AJ7 organized, and with that, pumpkin balloon orders came in faster than ever before. Before they knew it, the skies were filled with pumpkin balloons. But this was only the beginning for the both of them. Their new home is huge and a true blessing. They call it the Crystal Rose Manor on Sunflower Estate. The estate includes gardens with roses and sunflowers, as well as fruit and vegetable gardens, birds, butterflies, dragonflies, as well as bumblebees fly freely and effortlessly throughout the estate. And there is an occasional deer, elk, and eagle that come around to visit.
Our pumpkin balloon is ready to go, my cakes.
And we are packed and ready to go, my smokes. Montana, here we come.
It began just as they both imagined. AJ3 started organizing AJ7, and he was able to create and design as well as draw. He even took his work a step further. AJ7 began his own channel to teach art and design. AJ3 was taking AJ7 to heights he had never been before. But AJ7 wasn't the only one flying to new heights.
I must draw like the wind. I must work to keep my cakes happy.
Okay, my smokes, you are following my flowchart to a T. I'm so proud of you. Okay, Smacks, time to take a food break.
AJ3 not only took AJ7 to new heights, she was hired by an organization called Rollerbot Kind. They connect rollerbots to their pets. She also works for a ministry and keeps track of donations that come in, and she keeps AJ7 and the business on track. It's her dream come true.
Oh, how I love this stuff. It's a DCT.
Okay, my cakes, time to eat, then you can go back to playing.
Today, AJ3, Alisa, and AJ7 Arnulfo are living their dream life. The Lord brought them back together, and together they are both pursuing their dreams, supporting each other, and setting goals every year. They travel and do what they love doing. They even found a long-lost girl who loved AJ7, Arnulfo, like a father. She is now a beautiful woman who is a wife and a mom to 5 wonderful and beautiful kids. So both AJ3 and AJ7 adopted her, and they became parents, grandparents, and parents-in-law to a wonderful son-in-law as part of the deal. But that's a story for another time. So, if on a romantic full moon night you should happen to hear classical music, worship music, or pop music of the 60s, 70s, or 80s, look to the skies. And you just might see a pumpkin balloon, followed by floating hearts and a couple of owls off on another adventure, because they are living happily ever after. Oh, and why a full moon? Because that's when they got married, and that's no fairy tale.
Okay, my smokes, what song is this?
Let's see. I Don't Want to Live Without You by Foreigner from the album Inside Information, 1987. Oh, and that's Rhino Records.
You know everything. Ah, my very own genius.